grabbing whatever we need for our practice today. So if you're sitting on a blanket or pillows, grabbing your blocks, grabbing your strap, whatever you need. And let's go ahead and take a seat and sit in our simple cross-legged pose. Woo, and bring ourselves into the present, bring ourselves into this day today, into our practice. Maybe you're rocking a little bit from side to side or a little bit from front to back, just to kind of imagine that you're growing roots to the floor, or just to ground yourself. Or if you've been like way zoomy up in your head all morning or all day, or all yesterday, or whenever, this movement, this rocking from side to side or the rocking from front to back can be very soothing. It can be very helpful. It's really good for that nervous system. It's a very primal movement, but maybe we've got that going on. And let's begin to turn this movement into a little bit of some torso circles. So we'll begin to circle the torso, and you can make those circles as small or as big as feels good for you, as you have room for, or as your flexibility and mobility will let you go. And just circling that. That feels really good. Feels really good in those hips, back, glutes. And then let's begin to circle the other way. So taking those circles and going in the opposite direction. And again, making those circles as small or as big as is available to you, as feels good for you, especially in this very, very beginning part of our warm up. And let's go ahead and bring this slowly to the center and to that nice simple cross-legged pose, and sitting ourselves up tall, maybe finding a little bit of stillness here. I said this before, I think I need to fluff up my pillow. The pillow needs to get fluffed up. There we go. So I can lean myself forward a little bit. Good. Sitting it up nice and tall, thinking about our nice long spine. Let's roll those shoulders back. So let's begin to roll our shoulders out. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and begin to roll those shoulders forward. And just like with those torso circles, with our shoulders, you can make those circles as small or as large as you would like, as is available to you today. Good. Let's go ahead and release that down. Drop our chin to our chest. Oh, that feels good on the back of the neck, the base of the skull. Let's slowly lift our head to center and take our eyes towards the sky. Good. Drop our chin back to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. Ooh, yeah. And eyes to sky. Good. Let's bring the head back to neutral and let's look to the right. So let's look over to the right. Let's keep that chest open. Keep our shoulders back, shoulder blades back. Looking over to the right. Think about that chin going over towards the shoulder. Keeping that shoulder back. Keeping actually both of those shoulders back. That chest lifted, so that you get all the benefits of that really good stretch there in the neck. And let's bring the head back to center, and then let's go ahead and look to the left. Same thing. We keep our chest open, keep our shoulders back, and chin is going to the shoulder, not bringing the shoulder to the chin. So again, we want that really, really long neck, that really big twist in that neck. Bring it back to center. Let's do it one more time each side. So let's go ahead and look to the right again. Looking over to the right. And looking over to the left. Head back to center. Drop our right ear towards that right shoulder. Head to center, left ear to left shoulder. And head to center. Drop that chin to chest, and let's do some neck circles here. So let's take right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Oh yeah, and just circling that from side to side. And these are half neck circles. We're not circling our neck back. We want to protect that spine. So we're keeping those circles in the front, or half circles in the front. And just taking that, moving that from side to side. Wonderful. Good. Good. Let's drop that chin back to chest. Lift our head to center. Roll those shoulders back and roll those shoulders forward. Let's add in breathing. So let's add in a sun breath. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And let's exhale it out. Sun breath again. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this out. Again, inhale and sweep this up. This time as we exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us, or if you don't have that flexibility yet, feel free to use your strap here to help hold that. So we're holding those arms behind us. So clasping the hands, or you're holding onto that strap, or if you don't have a strap, then you're holding onto a towel or a washcloth or a belt, if you're using a belt. But we've got those arms behind us. We're trying to sit ourselves up nice and tall. And let's go ahead and look to the right and look to the left. Head back to center, drop our chin to chest. Lift that head to center, eyes to sky. Good, bring that back to center, bend at our elbows, hands over to our right waist, and let's try and get that elbow back towards the spine so we open up that shoulder. And that pectoralis muscle, your chest muscle. Good, let's take it to the other side of the waist, and elbow goes back. Again, opening up that nice shoulder capsule right there and that pectoralis, chest muscle. Very nice. And then release that, shake that out. Let's inhale and sweep this up again. And exhale it out. Inhale and sweep this up. This time, let's add a little rotation. So let's take that left arm across to our right thigh, right hand behind, just a little bit of a twist. And we're not going to keep it be here for very long. Let's bring it back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And let's do the other side. So twisting other side. Again, not staying here for very long. We'll do that in a moment. Lift this up and twist it again to the right. Lift this up and twist it to the left. Lift this up one more time each side like this and twist it to the right. And lift this up and twist it to the left. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's clasp those hands behind us again. Opening that up, opening that chest, opening those arms, stretching through those biceps, triceps, shoulders. Good. Let's go ahead and look to the left this time. Head to center, look to the right. And head back to center, drop our chin to chest. Lift that head to center, take our eyes to sky. Good, back to neutral. Let's take our hands over to left waist. Elbow goes back towards the spine. Very nice. And still engaging with that breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Let's take that to the other side. Elbow goes back, inhaling and exhaling. Good, release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands at the top here. Press our palms towards the ceiling, and you can exhale with these nice long arms, lengthened arms. Nice open rib cage and open lungs. Let's do a few side breaths here. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale big sigh out. Good. Inhale it deep And exhale, big sigh out. One more time, big deep inhale. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Release those arms down. Hands out in front. Let's rotate those wrists. And then rotate the other way. Good. Release those arms down. Roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. Inhale and sweep this up. Drop our right hand down. Reach over with that left arm. Let's keep that left glute, left hip, left leg. Press towards the floor. Breathing this here. Wonderful side stretch. That feels really good. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop that left hand down. And same thing on this side, trying to keep our glute, right leg, right hip down towards the floor so that you get that really good, we get that really good long stretch here. Long side stretch. Oh, that's nice. Good. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Inhale and sweep it up. Let's drop our left hand to our right thigh again. This time our right thumb is going to follow our spine down and we're going to stay in this twist for 2 breaths. That's a good twist. Let's inhale it deeply here and exhale it out. Good. One more time. Inhale it deeply here and exhale it out. Very nice. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's go to the other side. Right hand goes to our left thigh. Left thumb, let's follow that spine down towards the floor. Twist it here. 2 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale it out. Good. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up and exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep and exhale it out. Very nice. If you're sitting on something, you can go ahead and move that off to the side. We're going to lean ourselves back and now we get to go into those hips, hip flexors and legs. Get all of the rest of that warmed up. So we want our feet as wide as our hips, or you can go wider. I'm going to go a little wider. Ooh, yeah. And we're going to drop this windshield wiper this from side to side. Oh, wake up those hips, hip flexors, glutes, outer thighs, inner thighs. Very nice. Taking that from side to side, to side, to side, to side. Good. Let's go ahead and keep that right leg in front. Nice zigzag here. Sit ourselves up tall to the center. Let's twist over to the left first. So a tall twist to the left. And now we get our big twist to the right. Big giant twist to the right. And you can use those hands as leverage to twist yourself back even further. Hands on the floor. Maybe that hip and glute are lifted up off of the floor. If you're hyper flexible, maybe they're not. But again, this is your practice listening to your body. Let's breathe it deeply here as we are in this deep twist. Inhale it. And exhale that out. Good. One more deep inhale. And exhale it out. Bring this back to center. And let's twist quick to the right for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Very nice. Let's lean it back again. And take those legs side to side. Windshield wiper. Side to side. Good. Very nice. And let's go ahead and keep that other leg in front. So left leg is in front. Sit ourselves up tall. Twist to the right first. So a tall twist to the right. And then let's get that big twist to the left. Oh yeah. Big, big twist here. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's deeply breathe here. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Bring this to center and let's twist quick for 4. Let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Very nice. Let's lean this back. Let's take our legs nice and long. And we can go ahead and keep a bend in those knees, flex through our feet. Let's reach up through our arms and let's go ahead and hinge this forward. Lengthen through our arms and lengthen through our spine. Inhale and lift this up and exhale and hinge forward. Inhale and lift and exhale and hinge. Inhale and lift and exhale and hinge. Inhale and lift and exhale and hinge. Good. Bring ourselves back to center. Sit ourselves up tall. Knees are still bent. Feet are still flexed. Let's take ourselves into a boat pose. So we're in that boat pose. Heels are on the floor, leaning ourselves back. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And a big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Bring our arms behind us. Let's place our feet onto the floor. Fingers are facing towards our feet. Let's lift ourselves up into a reverse table. One of my favorites right here, that reverse table, lifting that pelvis up. I love this one because you get a lot done and you feel very strong, or at least I do. I feel very strong in this pose. Pressing through those feet, through those hands, strong core, strong legs, strong arms. Lifting that up, neck is nice and neutral, and breathe. Inhale and exhale it out. Good. Let's drop that pelvis to the floor, lengthen through our legs. So nice long legs here. Sitting ourselves up tall and find ourselves in a staff pose. So we go right into one of the most difficult poses, lengthening up through our arms, lengthening out through those legs. So we've got that nice capital L shape. Really, really flexed here. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Again, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Release our arms back behind us. Find ourselves in our reverse table again. So bending at those knees, lift our pelvis up. Neck is nice and neutral. You can be looking up at the ceiling, like slightly upwards at the ceiling. You don't want to be looking way above you, above your head. Just slightly before, you can look forward at those knees or in front of you. But strong arms, strong legs, strong core, strong glutes. Everything is strong here. Breathe it deep. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Let's drop this back down, back into that staff pose. Lengthen through our legs again. Strong staff, flexed feet. Reach up through our arms. 2 breaths here. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Release our arms down. Bring our right leg in. Let's give that right leg a nice big hug. Take our right over left. Wrap our left arm around our right leg. You know, that nice IT band stretch and that hip stretch. And let's twist it to the right. Flexing through that left foot, left leg is nice and active. So it's not asleep here. It's working with the rest of the body. We've got this nice twist, breathing in this deep twist here. And then let's twist it to the other side. So twisting to the left. I like to have my elbow to the inside of my knee and my hand lifted. You don't have to, you can hug regular. Whatever, again, feels best, most supportive, most powerful for you, or maybe most challenging for you today. Listening to that body, maybe you're up for a challenge, doing the challenging parts of the poses today. Good, let's bring this back to center. Take the bottom of the inside of that, or the bottom of the foot to the inside of that left thigh. Let's take our peace fingers and reach them either for that big toe or that hand is going to reach for that shin. And let's take it to a nice hamstring stretch, inner thigh stretch. Right there. I'm taking my other hand to my lowest rib If you want to reach over, feel free to do that too. So whichever feels best for you, but remembering what you're doing on this side, because you'll want to do the same thing on the other side. Making sure that we balance everything out. Good, let's bring this back to center. Let's lengthen through those legs. This time, let's bring our left leg in. Left leg comes in, give that a nice big hug. Hug that in, and then let's take our left over right. Right foot is nice and flexed. Let's wrap that arm around and twist. Woo-wee. Twisting over to the left and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Good, bring this back to center, twist it the other way. So yeah, twisting that to the right this time. And like I said, I'm going to take my elbow to the inside of my knee. Give that nice twist right there. Breathe it, inhale and exhale. Bring that back to center. Let's take the bottom of that foot to the inside of that thigh. And peace fingers are either going to go for that big toe or hand for shin. And finding that stretch on this other side. Breathe it here. Very good. Good hamstring stretch. Inner thigh stretch. Wonderful. And let's release that. Very nice. Let's grab that block. Take that block between our knees and let's go down for a little bit of bridge work. Sticking ourselves all the way down onto our backs. Block is between those knees. That's going to help keep our inner thighs engaged the whole time. Our feet are lined up with our knees. Our knees are lined up with our hips. Let's take our arms by our side, hands pressed into the floor, elbows pressed into the floor, triceps pressed into the floor. Let's lift our pelvis up towards the ceiling and then go ahead and lower that down. Let's add a breath to this movement. So let's inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. Good. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale and lower this down. And inhale and lift. And exhale and lower this down. Good. Let's inhale, lift up and hold. So we're going to hold this here and you can exhale as we are lifting and holding because we're going to keep this up here. So you want to keep breathing while we are lifted in this nice bridge. You might even, I walked my feet a little bit closer to my glutes. That might feel good for you. Or you might even want to take your shoulders underneath you a little bit more. We're just going to hold this bridge here. For maybe, let's go for 4 breath cycles here. So let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. 2 more times. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. And 1 more time. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Let's go ahead and slowly drop that pelvis down towards the floor. Very nice. Release that block. Reach behind right knee, pull that into the chest. Take right ankle to left thigh, press that inner thigh away with that right hand. So you get a little bit of extra piriformis stretch here. And then release that. Reach behind that left thigh, pull that in, give that a nice big hug. And then ankle goes to thigh, press that left inner thigh away. Good, release that. Drop our knees over to one side, take ourselves onto our side, and then let's go ahead and press ourselves up onto all 4s. So we come into our quadruped position, and you can go ahead and place your blocks where you want them for our sun salutations when we get there. So if you want those at the front of your mat. We've got ourselves in our quadruped position on our all 4s. Shoulders are over our wrists, hips are right over our knees. Let's go ahead and do some cat and cow. Let's drop that belly to the floor, take our eyes to the sky, inhale. Round that spine, chin to chest, exhale, really arching that up. Inhale, drop the belly to the floor. Exhale, round that up. Inhale, drop that belly. Exhale, round that up. Inhale, drop that belly. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, drop that belly. Exhale, round that spine. Good, let's bring that back to neutral. Back is nice and flat. Let's go ahead and lift our right leg up and lengthen through our left arm. So we've got our first balance here, our bird dog. This is a challenging balance. Always good to have our bird dog here. And then let's go elbow to knee. We'll challenge ourselves even more. Let's take this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last one, let's extend. Hold this here. Big deep inhale. As we exhale, we can release that arm, we can release that leg. Very nice. Cat and cow, a few cycles. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Good, let's do bird dog on the other side. So let's go ahead and lift our left leg up. Strong left leg, reach through that right arm. Strong right arm. So strong entire body right here. And let's take elbow to knee 6 times. Bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. Here's 2 and extend. And here's 1. And extend and hold. Let's do that breath here. Inhale deep. And as we exhale, we can release the arm, we can release the leg, and we can sit ourselves back into a child's pose. First child's pose of the practice. Glutes go back towards heels, lengthen through our arms. Remembering this child's pose is always the place that you can go if you ever need a break. You can always go into this child's pose, take a break, and then rejoin when you are ready. Child's pose is like that, and then our downward facing dog. That's another little home base that you can go to and then rejoin the practice when you're ready. But we're lengthening through our arms. We've got that nice stretch in our backs. I love this one because I love this stretch in the front of the ankles. It feels so good. Let's go ahead and walk those hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand, place it on right on top of that right hand. And then let's go ahead and sit that left glute towards that left heel. Nice. And then let's go ahead and take it to the other side. So walk those hands over to the left. Let's take our right hand on top of our left hand, and our right glute is going towards that right heel. Good. Let's bring this back to center. Very nice. We're going to take ourselves into our first downward facing dog. So let's bring ourselves up, curl our toes under. We're going to keep our knees bent as we stretch through our spine first in this down dog. So stretching a nice long spine. Our tail is lifted super duper high. Hands are planted, rooting into the floor, stretching through that spine. Through those shoulders, through that chest. Very good. And then from here, we can begin to pedal our feet towards the floor. So pedaling those heels actually towards the floor. Stretching through the backs of the Achilles tendons, backs of the heels, those calves, hamstrings. Just nice stretching right here. Pedaling and pedaling. And finding some stillness here. So finding stillness in this downward facing dog. If you're having trouble with your heels getting towards the floor, I always do. I don't think my heels have ever touched the floor in yoga, like ever. That's fine.
If you want to allow your heels to go a little further, you can take your legs apart. You can find your legs on the very edges of your mat, and that can help those heels get down towards the floor even more. If that is your, if you want your more stretch in the calves and in the Achilles tendons. Good. Let's go ahead and lift up on our toes. Our heels are high. Let's drop both of our heels over to one side. Stretching through that. I think I'll probably, as long as I run and I do the bike, I'll always have the tightness in the, if I just did yoga, I bet my heels could get to the floor. But because I do other things, that's just the way it works. And I am okay with that. Good, lift that back center. And let's drop those heels over towards the other side. It's good to be well-rounded. It's good to have balance. It's good to do all kinds of different things. Good for that body, good for that mind, good for that soul. Bring ourselves back to center. Let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front of our mat. We won't use our blocks at this very moment. Let's allow ourselves to hang in a ragdoll first. So we're allowing those arms just to dangle. Rooting those toes, those feet into the floor, rooting those heels into the floor. Arms are dangling, so we're folded in half right here. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a frame for that head. So now that upper body becomes even heavier. Oh yeah, even heavier as we are folded forward. Relax that face. Very nice. Let's go ahead and release those arms. And now you can grab those blocks. Let's inhale, lengthen into a nice tabletop. So hands are on those blocks if you are using blocks, or they are on your shins. We've got a nice tabletop here. And then release that back into that forward fold. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. That head has been low. We're going to bring ourselves all the way up. So take that as slow as you need to. Inhale and sweep ourselves up into a nice mountain. Tall mountain. So we're reaching our arms up, and let's exhale it around into a chair. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, nice tabletop. Exhale and release. Right foot is going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into lunge. Left hand is on the block. It's on the floor or on a chair, wherever you want that at. And let's go into a spinal rotation, spinal twist, lunge on that right side. Right leg is forward. Good. Breathing this here. Very nice. Very strong here. Let's bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor. Heart lifts up off of the floor, baby cobra. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, and breathe this here. Again, this is your home base. This is kind of your check-in place. This is where you can catch your breath for a moment, or if you need longer than a moment, you can always come to this downward facing dog. Good, let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of the mat. Nice, let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward, right foot goes back, lunge. Right hand on the block or the floor. Let's spinal twist over to the left. Breathe it here. Good, bring this back to center. Take that foot back to the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Breathe it here. Good, let's walk those feet to meet those hands. Standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Let's go through those sun salutations again. Let's inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Right foot's gonna stay forward. Left foot's gonna go back into lunge. Left hand on the block. Let's spinal twist over to the right again. Took that right lunge, spinal twist. Good, breathing it here. And bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, breathe it here. Good. Maybe nodding the head or shaking the head. And then let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Left foot's gonna stay forward. Right foot's gonna go back into a lunge. Right hand on the block or the floor. Spinal twist. Over to the left. Breathe it here. And bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog right here. Good, breathe that. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up nice and big. Exhale it around a chair. Good, bring our hands to heart. Let's take that right foot behind us. Keep our heel lifted and we'll go into crescent. So we're here in our nice crescent pose. Heel is lifted, front knee is bent. So we're in that nice big strong crescent pose. And then from crescent, let's open ourselves up into proud warrior, warrior 2. So we've got that heel lined up with that right leg arch, right foot arch. Good, nice strong arms, strong torso, strong legs. Let's drop our back arm. So drop that right arm, take our left palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach through this, very nice. Keep that front knee bent and breathe. Good, lengthening and lengthening, nice lunge. Very good. Good, back into that proud warrior. Release our front leg, tilt our hips over to the right, and let's take ourselves down into that triangle. So hand can be to the shin, to the floor, or use a block here. So we've got that. Good. We're pressing our pelvis forward. We're thinking about that torso is nice and long, reaching up through that arm. So we've got really, both of our legs are straight. So really, really good stretch in this triangle. Breathing through that. Good. Bringing ourselves back up. Very nice. Let's walk this back foot in, heel toe, once or twice or 3 times.
so that we shorten up this angle, so we shorten up our legs. Let's take our hands to prayer at our low back and turn our torso towards our front leg. So now we're gonna go into pyramid. Both of our legs are straight and we're gonna bow this forward. Bow this over towards that left leg that's in front of us. Oh yeah, feel that really good stretch in that full left leg. Also, it's really easy to think about all of our weight in that front leg. Think about weight going back into that back foot as well. So we are centered here. We're still centered. It's easy to think of everything in that front, but we've got stuff in that back too, back leg. And from here, let's begin to move ourselves. Now we get to move that weight forward, and we're going to begin to move ourselves into our balance warrior 3. And you can place those arms wherever you want to. I'm keeping them on my back. You can have them out to the side. You can have them off to the front. You can be holding on to something. You can be lifting and lowering that leg. It's whatever is working for you in this warrior 3 balance pose. But remember what you're doing on this side so that you challenge yourself to do the same exact thing on the other side. We want to build that balance strength. Very nice. So we're in that warrior 3. Let's begin to hinge ourselves into a standing one-legged staff pose. So let's bend that knee, reach up through our arms. We've got our nice staff pose right here, but we're standing. And then let's go ahead and release that leg to the floor. Inhale and lift this up, tall mountain. Exhale, dive it down and over. Oh, wonderful standing forward fold. That feels really good. Stretching the backs of both of those legs. Oh, and stretching that back, stretching those arms. Very nice. Everything we just did, let's go ahead and do it on the other side. So let's inhale and sweep those arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Bring our hands to heart. Take our left foot back behind us. Keep our left heel lifted. Let's find crescent here. So lifting this up, lifting those arms up, maybe a little bit of a back bend here. Heel stays lifted, finding that strong crescent pose, this lunge crescent. And then let's open this up into proud warrior, warrior 2. Front heel is lined up with that back foot arch. Very strong here. Breathe it. Strong warrior 2. Let's drop that back arm, palm up, peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Keep that front knee bent. It's kind of easy to think about straightening it here, but we're not straightening it yet. We'll get there when we get into triangle. We're keeping that front knee bent. Good. And let's bring ourselves back into proud warrior, warrior 2. And now we can go ahead and straighten that leg, tilt our hips over to the left, and bring ourselves down into that triangle. Both of those legs are straight in this strong triangle on the left side. Put that right leg forward and breathe it here. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. And let's bring ourselves up. We can release those arms, walk that back foot in, heel toe a few times. Take our hands to prayer at the low back, turning that torso, and let's bow forward. So find ourselves in our pyramid. Right there is where I feel that stretch in the hamstring and in that low back today. Feeling that in, or the upper hip. Good, breathe it here. Finding that pyramid. And then from here, we can begin to move that weight forward into that balance warrior 3. So working on what we worked on the other side. So wherever you are at on the other side, try and do the same thing on this side to keep that nice and strong and balanced on both sides of the body. Breathing it deeply, inhaling and exhaling. Very
Very good. And from here, let's begin to hinge this up into that single leg staff. Reach up through that, reach up through those arms. And kick that off to the side. Right there, good. Reaching up. And then let's go ahead and release that leg down. Nice tall mountain. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Oh, that wonderful forward fold. Relaxing the head, the neck, the arms. Folded forward. Love that. Inhaling and exhaling, feel that back rib cage expand and contract. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back into top of plank. Good, let's shift our weight forward. Drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's gonna go down to the floor. Heart's gonna lift up off of the floor. Good, we're gonna keep ourselves in this little baby cobra, and then we're gonna move ourselves into Sphinx. So taking our elbows onto the floor. So we've got ourselves in Sphinx, and we've still got that little bit of lift in that back, that tiny baby cobra right here. Just a good stretch for that back. Eyes are lifted towards the ceiling. Breathe it here, inhale and exhale. And we're gonna do some back strengthening. So let's go ahead and, if you've got stuff around you, you can move that out of the way, and let's lengthen through our arms, lengthen through our legs. I've got my forehead on the floor. If you don't want your forehead on the floor, you can put a pillow underneath you. But let's go ahead and lift our left arm and our right leg. We're going to lift this up and work on strengthening right here, strengthening our spine, strengthening through our back, upper back, lower back, glute. Breathing here as we are lifting and strengthening this. Good. Such a good position, such a good pose, such a good isometric hold. Very nice. Another breath here. Inhale it. And as we exhale it, you can release that down. Good. Let's take it to the other side. So right arm is going to lift, left leg is going to lift. Let's go ahead and lift this up and breathe it here. I know it can be difficult to do that deep breathing here because we're on our bellies. So of course it's extra difficult, but it's doable. You can do it and keep breathing. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. We've got one more breath here. Big, deep inhale. And exhale that out. Good. Take our hands by our chest. Press ourselves back into child's pose. Oh yeah. And feel that wonderful opposing stretch. That wonderful release in the low back, in those arms, maybe those hips. Again, I love this stretch for the front of the feet. So good. For those ankles. Very nice. Good, let's take our hands by our knees, press ourselves up, and go ahead and grab what you need for final relaxation. Grab a strap as well. Let's do a little bit of leg, and then we'll move into final relaxation. So let's take ourselves onto our backs. Grab your strap. We'll do some deep spinal twists with that strap. Take ourselves down, and then if you whatever you have for final relaxation, if you use an eye pillow, regular pillow, blankets, pillows, grab those things, have those within reaching distance as well. So let's take that strap around our right foot. Go ahead and gently pull that in, lengthen through that left leg. Right knee is pulled into the chest. That feels so good. Let's press through that heel to the ceiling. Take that strap into the left hand, and let's go ahead and do that deep twist, deep spinal twist. Right arm is out. Let's look over to the right and breathe this here. Breathe as deeply as you can. That can help soften everything out. If your body is like rigid and a bit tightened up in this twist, try and make that breath as big, as deep
And then as deep of an exhale as you can as well. That's very helpful. It can be very helpful right there. Very good. And let's bring our leg back to center. Pull that towards us, bend at the other leg, and we can go ahead and release that. Very nice. Take our strap around our left foot. Lengthen through that right leg. Bring that left knee into the chest. Give that a big hug. Oh, yeah. And then let's go ahead and press through that heel to the ceiling. Pull that leg towards you. Let's keep the strap in the right hand, and let's go ahead and drop that leg across the body, deep twist. This right side, left arm is out and maybe looking to the left if it's available to you. And breathe it here. Big, deep breaths. Again, especially if you are extra tight, try and breathe as big as you can on the inhale. And try and get as much air as you can out on that exhale. That will be super helpful in opening up those tight corners. And let's bring that leg back to center. Pull that towards us, bend at the other leg, and release that. Very nice. And let's move into our final relaxation because you for sure deserve it. So grab whatever you need for that. If you've got your eye pillow, you can place it over your eyes. Just allow the heaviness, the darkness to take over, to feel good. Let's reach through our arms towards one end of the room, reach through our legs towards the other end. And adding an inch or two to your height here. Really, really lengthen through that. Maybe your low back is able to lift up off the floor. And if it's not, that's perfectly fine too. But we're lengthening here. Really reach. And let's go ahead and take a big, deep inhale. And with an exhale, allow yourself to sink, to settle. Let those feet just fall open. Arms are open off to the side, feet are open. Relaxing that entire body, relaxing and releasing. Especially if you've got any tension left over or any tightness or soreness. Recognizing where that's at and trying to release it. Let's relax the jaw and the face. Relax the eyes, eyebrows, forehead, scalp. Relax and release that entire body. Sinking into the floor. And breathe. So relaxing, let's bend our knees and tuck our tailbone under, flattening that low back into the floor. And then let's go ahead and drop both of those knees over to our most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side for a breath or two here. And nice and slow. Let's begin to bring ourselves up, press ourselves up into a seated pose that feels strong and supportive for you. Maybe you're in a simple cross leg, maybe you're in a kneeling pose, maybe you're in your chair, but sitting ourselves up tall, lengthening up through our spine. Crown of the head is lifting towards the sky. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up. Bring our hands to prayer and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Lift our head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling deeply and exhale. And one more time, big deep inhale and big deep exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your day. We'll see you next time.